in the heart of Alexander, the great musician Timotheus uh, smiled, and he decided to sing about love next, because pity and love are too associated, too close. When someone feels pity for someone, he also begins to feel love for him or her. In the same, so Timotheus decides to sing about love. Softly sweet in Lydian measures, soon he suited his soul to pleasures. War he sung is toil and trouble, honor but an empty bubble. Then he started singing in Lydian measures. Uh, then he started playing music on his lyre in Lydian measures, and he started this music very softly and sweetly. Soon he suited his soul to pleasures, and he soothed the soul of Alexander, which was very sad. Uh, War he sung is toil and trouble. He sung about war, which is only toil and trouble. Honor but an empty bubble, and honor is also an empty bubble. Uh, it is only superfluous, never ending, still beginning. A war which never ends, and one war gives birth to another war. So it is useless. The troubles and toils uh, spent on the war is useless. Fighting still and still destroying. If the world be worth thy winning, think, oh, think it worth enjoying. Lovely Thais sits beside thee. The poet says that the war in war, soldiers and kings only fight and destroy. If this world is worth winning, this world is also worth and being enjoyed. And he says to Alexander to look at the beautiful maiden Thais who is sitting beside him, and to make love and enjoy. Take the good the gods provide thee. The many rent the skies with loud applause. So love was crowned, but music won the cause. The prince, unable to conceal his pain, gazed on the fair who caused his care, and and sighed and looked, sighed and looked, sighed and looked and sighed again. At length, with love and wine at once oppressed, the vanquished victor sunk upon her breast. Uh, Timotheus says that take the good the gods provide thee. Timotheus says to Alexander to make use of the prize that God has given him in the form of the beautiful maiden uh, Thais. Uh, Hearing this song, all the audience uh, applauded this song, and this applause rent the sky. So love was crowned, but music won the cause. Uh, through music, he had changed the mind of Alexander. Alexander, who the prince, unable to conceal his pain, gazed on the fair who caused his care, and Alexander, unable to control his passion of love, looked at fair means beautiful Thais, and sighed and looked and sighed, and he sighed and stared at Thais, and he again sighed and looked at Thais, and finally, defeated by the power of love and wine, he fall on the breast of fair Thais, and means he fall in the arms of uh, beautiful Thais. The prince, unable to conceal his pain, gazed on the fair who caused his care, and sighed and looked, sighed and looked, sighed and looked, and sighed again. At length, with love and wine, he once oppressed, the vanquished victor sunk upon her breast. Now strike the golden lyre again, a louder yet, and yet a louder strain. Break his bands of sleep asunder, and rouse him like a rattling peal of thunder. Hark, hark, the horrid sound has ra- hark, hark, the horrid sound. Now now the audience says uh, the to the Greek musician Timotheus to sing uh, the frightening song of war. Uh, to to sorry, the poet says to the Timotheus to sing a horrid song to to awaken uh, the people and king or the prince who has slept due to the power of music and love, uh, due to the power of wine and love, to awaken them and to uh, make them fight a battle against Persia. His hark, hark, the horrid sound has raised up his head, has awakened from the dead, and amazed he stares around. Hearing this horrid sound, uh, Alexander, who had fallen asleep in the arms of Thais, had awakened, and he raised his head, and and it appeared as if he has awakened from his death, and it appeared as if he had been dead and he had awakened again. And amazed he stares around, and with surprise, with he stared around himself. Revenge, revenge, Timotheus cries, and Timotheus cried, revenge, revenge. See the furies arise. See the snakes that they rear, how they hiss in their hair, and the sparkles that flash from their eyes. He says to Alexander to take revenge. He says that look at the furies. Uh, he says that how the furies um, are appearing, and the snakes which they rear in their hair are making hissing sound, and the sparkles are flashing in the eyes of these snakes. Behold a ghastly band, a, each a torch in his hand, and he says to Alexander to look at the uh, group of ghostly soldiers who had died at the battle, uh, the Grecian soldiers who had died at the battle which was fought between Persia and Greek, each a torch in his hand, and there was a torch in each soldier, in the hand of each ghostly soldier. Those are Grecian ghosts that in battle were slain, and soldiers were uh, these ghosts were Grecian soldiers who had been killed in the battlefield, and unburied remained uh, inglorious on the plain, and and they were unburied. Their bodies were left on the battlefield, and they died inglorious death. Give the vengeance due to the valiant crew, and Timotheus the asked Alexander to take revenge on those soldiers, to take revenge, to give his valiant soldiers, his brave soldiers, an honor. Behold how they toss their torches on high, how they point to the Persian abodes and glittering temples of the hostile gods. And he uh, says to Alexander to look at these ghostly soldiers who are holding torches in their hands, and they are pointing these torches towards Persian palaces, and towards the temples of their enemy gods, or means the gods which are worshipped by Persian people. The princes applaud with a furious joy, and the king seized a flambeau with zeal to destroy. Thais led the way to light him to his prey, and like an another Helen fired another Troy. And hearing this song, all the princes which were there uh, applauded this song, uh, and the king Alexander seized a flambeau um, to destroy Persia, and Thais, the beautiful maiden, led him to the palaces of Persia, and he Alexander the destroyed Persia. In just like in the same way, Thais was appearing like Helen, and Helen, who had been the cause of destruction of Troy. And the king seized a flambeau with zeal to destroy. Thais led the way to light him to his prey, and like another Helen fired another Troy. Thus long ago, before having bellows learned to blow, while organs yet were mute, Timotheus to his breathing flute and sounding lyre could swell the soul to raise or kindle soft desire. Uh, in this way, long uh, lo- it was long ago. It means that uh, the poet says that long. The poet says that uh, Timotheus sung this song a long time ago when there were no musical instruments. Uh, they were not he says that the he says that Timotheus sang this song long time ago when there were no musical instruments, and he created uh, and he had the power to change the soul of any person, to change the mind and heart of any people with the power of the music created by his lyre and flute. At last, divine Cecilia came, inventress of the vocal frame, and at latter stage, Cecilia, who was another musician, uh, came, and she invented vocal frame. The sweet enthusiast from her sacred store enlarged the reformer narrow bounds, and in this way she enlarged the bounds of music, the limits of music, and added length to solemn sounds, with nature's mother wit and arts unknown before, and in this way she brought arts and wit which was unknown before her. She brought new art with her new musical instruments. No, she brought vocal frame in the field of music. And see, let old Timotheus yield the prize, or both divide the crown. First, the poet says that um, the prize of great musician should be given to Timotheus, but later he says that this prize should be divided between Timotheus as well as Cecilia, because both are equal, both have their own worth. He raised a mortal to the skies, and she drew an angel down, because both are equal in their musical field. Because Timotheus had the power to raise a mortal to the skies with his music, and Cecilia had the power to bring an angel to the earth. It is said that Cecilia sang a song, and inspired by this song, an angel came to the earth. So both have their power of music. So both are equally um worthy, and both equally deserve the prize of great musicians. Grand chorus. At last, divine Cecilia came, inventress of the vocal frame, the sweet enthusiast from a sacred store, enlarged the former narrow bounds and added length to solemn sounds. With nature's mother wit and arts unknown before, let old Timotheus yield the prize, or both divide the crown. He raised a mortal to the skies, she drew an angel down. Thus, in this last chorus, he repeats the lines. Um, in this way, the poet speaks about the power of music. He says that how the Greek musician Timotheus has the power to change the heart of Alexander and create um, different emotions in his heart. Thank you.